Here's the thing about royalty or celebrity. Who knows which ones Harry and Meghan actually are these days? I think veering more towards celebrity these days is that there are plenty of celebrities who manage to live a very private life. We don't see pictures of them all the time. Are they being ignored by the paparazzi? No, they're not. They're just managing their security and managing their lives. I'm afraid the price of your 16-bedroom Montecito mansion and being on the front pages every time you so much as step out of your front door is, well, yeah, being on the front pages every time you step out the front door. People are going to want to see pictures of you. You're going to have to live the celebrity life if the celebrity life is what pays your bills and pays for those nice gold dresses and strappy sandals that you're photographed in when you accept awards for I've no idea what at this point. A feminist icon? I think not, Duchess of Sussex. But the right of the public to see pictures doesn't trump the right of individuals, even Harry and Meghan, to not have pictures taken of them. There's no doubt at all. The paparazzi shouldn't be tailing couples like this around at high speed or not, in gridlock traffic or not. But the reality is, it's the Meghan and Harry fans who are driving all this. If you search online for pictures of Harry and Meghan, if you buy the magazines that have these pictures, you are driving the market. You are driving the demand for those pictures. You are the ones responsible for the paparazzi getting paid for taking these pictures. Because if you didn't want to see the pictures, they wouldn't take the pictures. It's on your heads. Yours. You're the people to blame. 9 minutes past 8 right now. Charlie Ray is a former royal editor of The Sun and joins us. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Julia.
Thank you so much. And I do think it's really important. You know, you're a former royal editor. You followed the royals an awful lot over your years at The Sun. The crucial thing about the media in this country is there actually are very strict rules. You know, The Sun wouldn't publish those sort of paparazzi pictures because there are strict rules about photographs being sort of given. Look, you can stand here, you can get these shots, you can get some nice shots, put them in the paper, everyone's happy. And then the couple, whether it's William and Kate or Harry and Meghan, they get to go on their way. These paparazzi, though, they are a law unto themselves, are they not?
Well, we're talking about America. They are definitely a law unto themselves in America because they earn big bucks through you know as well as I do, the supermarket magazines and newspapers that are sold throughout the country.
Yeah. In
this country, you're absolutely right, we have rules. We don't have car chases involving paparazzi. And if you, I don't really want to make too many comparisons, but if you look at William and Catherine and what they get, I mean, they deal with the press. They have press receptions. They have interaction with them. There's an occasional chat. They're much more amenable. And they, as far as I'm aware, they don't get chased around the streets of London.
Oh, no, if they did, we would definitely hear about it from William, wouldn't we?
We would, because it would be cancel all leave at the Press Complaints Commission, or what it's called now, whatever it is, I can't remember the name of it is. It would be cancel all leave. But in America, you have a market there for these type of pictures.
Well, it's not just in America. I mean, the market in Europe, the Far East, it's huge.
Sure. But what I don't understand is that Harry and Meghan, to be fair to them, they actually posed up, arrived at the event that they were attending. Pictures were taken by photographers. Pictures were taken of them leaving. Now, those are the pictures you will see in the papers.
Yeah.
You won't see are if you like, the paparazzi pictures. I can see them online. I've seen them online, and they're no comparison in terms of value, in my view.
I mean, you want to see, if you're going to look at these pictures, the people who are obsessed are largely women who want to look at her in her lovely dress. You can't see that in the car. But this is the crucial thing, isn't it? You know, there is this market, and people want to see these pictures. Now, if you go along to a pre-publicised event, I'm going to be receiving an award for feminism or whatever nonsense it was, and then you turn up in your gold dress, you know you're going to be photographed going in at the event and coming out. Now, they've got every right, in my view, to go and stay at a friend's Manhattan Upper East Side house. My God, I mean, we're talking about a billionaire to be able to afford that, and in privacy and not be followed. I completely understand that. But what they did is they got into their black SUV, they had their guards, they would have been armed in New York, would they not?
Yeah.
They didn't have a police presence because, you know, they're celebrities, not royals. They've got rid of that side of things. They don't have their royal protection officers or anything. And then they're tailed. They claim by 6 blacked-out windowed SUVs. They claim they were on this high-speed, near-catastrophic pursuit by paparazzi with multiple near collisions. Now, as we were saying, anyone who's been to New York will know that is simply not possible. It's gridlock. It was 10 p.m. at night. I mean, I'm sorry. I've been in Manhattan in recent years at 10 p.m. at night. You can't move.
Whoa.
Now,
Yeah.
they were going supposedly a fairly short distance, but they decided to sort of go, round the houses and round block after block again and again, kept coming back to a police precinct building. So there were police officers were involved and aware. Then they jump into this yellow cab. And then they sort of go around for about 10 minutes, a $17 fare, they give him $50, and then they jump back in their SUV and then they go home. The whole thing took 2 hours, but it's all been disputed, isn't it? I mean, let's have a little listen to the New York Mayor, Eric Adams, because he questions the idea of a car chase and the time frame as well. This is what he has to say.
I would find it hard to believe that there was a 2-hour high-speed chase. That would be, I find it hard to believe, but we will find out the exact duration of it. But if it's 10 minutes, a 10-minute chase is extremely dangerous in New York City. We have a lot of traffic, a lot of movement, a lot of people are using our streets. Any type of high-speed chase that involves something of that nature is inappropriate.
I mean, it certainly would be inappropriate if it were it not? But he also was very critical of the paparazzi as well.
I think all of us, I don't think there's many of us who don't recall how his mom died, and it would be horrific to lose an innocent bystander during a chase like this, and something to have happened to them as well. So I think we have to be extremely responsible. I thought that was a bit reckless and irresponsible.
Reckless and irresponsible, Charlie Ray. What do you make of those comments?
Well, yes, I'm sure they were reckless and irresponsible, but let's be clear about Diana. I mean, unfortunately, she was driven through a tunnel by a drunk driver. Paparazzi were behind them and everything else.
Yeah. And twice the speed limit, not wearing a seatbelt.
Twice the speed limit, yeah, absolutely. So there was that factor which wasn't happening here. But the point of last night was the security. What I do not understand, I mean, I've dealt with royal protection officers all my life, and the security to drive around New York for an hour trying to shake off paparazzi, where were the backup cars that would stop them? Why then go to the 19th precinct and flag down old Sonny Singh, who must now become the most famous taxi driver in New York, if not the world, and tell him to drive? Now, they had two NYPD police cars with blues and twos going, following them behind, and then they went back to the police station.
But also, if you've got the police there, you're going to be spotted anyway. Well, let's actually have a little listen or a watch to what Sonny Singh, the taxi driver, had to say, because again, his version of events slightly different from Harry and Meghan's.
Paparazzis, they just came out of nowhere and just started taking pictures and flashing. It was like a light show, all of a sudden. And they were just about to give me the location. They never gave me the location where they were going. And then the security guard told me, circle back. As we are circling back, you see the paparazzi's car following my car. My feelings were normal, but I'm sure their feelings were more intense because his mom, Princess Diana, died in a crash running away from the paparazzis. So I think their emotions must have been higher.
Yeah, I mean, clearly their emotions would be higher, Charlie. There's no doubt at all. If you're the person being, chased, even if it was, done at 5 miles per hour, you're still being surrounded. But you'd think they'd be used to this. I mean, it's not like she's new to this. She was a celebrity of sorts before she even met Prince Harry.
That's right. I mean, they continually invade their own privacy with things that they do. They write best-selling books. They do Netflix programs. They slag off the royal family whenever they can get a chance to, and then they expect everything to they can turn it off like a tap. Yeah. It doesn't work like that at all.
Absolutely, that's the key thing. It's like people who parade their children around and they go, "Don't take pictures of my children." Well, don't you put them in the public, in the limelight? I mean, that's the thing. We know that there's some evidence that there's some pictures of Harry taking pictures taking video possibly on his mobile phone out of the window of this taxi cab. So there will be footage they've got. Now, if it was that awful and that bad, you'll be able to see how high speed it was from his footage. That's not been released. Many are suggesting that it won't be released until the next Netflix series, because they did that six-parter. It was huge.
I mean, if you want to be cynical.
Well, it was a great watch, but at the end of the day, that difficult second album, Charlie.
Yes, no, you're absolutely right. And is it going to end up on another Netflix documentary? And just on the point of children, in Britain, we will not take pictures of royal children
Yep.
unless the royals themselves, like we saw over the Jubilee.
Yeah.
That's the occasion where we'll get the pictures. And in return for that, they get left alone.
Yep.
Now, I'm not suggesting that Archie and Lilibet get pestered. I'm sure they don't. But they need to beef up the security.
Yeah.
And they need to get proper security consultants.
Well, how much of this is about this court case that's going on right now, where Prince Harry is basically sort of, suing the government, the British government, saying you need to be providing me with armed Met police officers when I'm here in the UK, because I can't have my own armed people when I'm in New York. But those, his security in New York didn't seem to do a very good job, did it?
No, heavens above, this is all part of Harry's mantra. He's practically got a season ticket for court cases in this country, and this is all part and parcel of it. He wants gun cops, Scotland Yard gun cops, to protect him while he's in this country. That if they did that, that would mean that any celebrity could go to Scotland Yard and say, give me 3 cops with arms. I mean, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. In America, he's got private security from a presumably top-class security firm.
Not that good. I'm not sure if I ever needed security like that I'd be paying them after this. Charlie,
Kardashian's ex security guard.
Oh, really?
It's awesome.
Charlie Ray, really good to talk to you. Former royal editor of The Sun. He's been following them around. He knows how these things work.